Saul Sadka, security analyst and author from Tel Aviv. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX World. We've seen a series of airstrikes take place in Gaza over the past day. Israeli military has come out and made it very clear that this is in response to the ceasefire violation that took place, in which one soldier lost his life earlier, and has also stated that there are at least 30 terrorists and Hamas commanders who've been neutralized. I want to understand from you, what are the concerns that Israel has at large? We've also seen a comment being made by J.D. Vance that the ceasefire is still holding, and Donald Trump also coming out and clearly backing Israeli action.
Absolutely. It's critical when you have a ceasefire like this, particularly facing a terrorist organization like Hamas, that any deceit on their part, any attempt to test the limits of the ceasefire and return to war is responded to with overwhelming force. The mistake that Israel made over the past 20 years with Gaza was that they turned the other cheek on too many occasions. That Hamas attacks were responded to by very minor retaliations from Israel. And the more you do that, the more they test the limits. And at that point, you end up in a state of war inevitably. So it's absolutely critical that Israel takes the opportunity of any breach of the ceasefire by Hamas to make a line in the sand, literally a line in the sand, a line in the rubble at this point, to be honest, to say no more. Otherwise, things will continue to deteriorate. At the same time, it's critical for Israel. There are a couple of thousand Hamas men remaining under arms on the other side of the yellow line. And in the long run, the more Israel can attrit them, that might be the only way to reduce their power and to help the remaining victims of Hamas, which are the people of Gaza, the innocent civilians who remain under their rule, to get out from under their rule. That might be a very long process, seeing as there's no particular prospect of anyone apart from Israel fighting Hamas to remove them from Gaza. And certainly no one is motivated to, and Israel, indeed, is no longer motivated to. So it could be that these regular surges in fighting as Hamas breach the ceasefire and Israel retaliates with massive force, if even in a limited fashion, will turn out to be the way in which Hamas is slowly attrited, and perhaps, who knows, in a few years, maybe there will be nothing left of them. And the Gazan people, too, will be free of their persecutions, just as the Israeli people have been made free of them.
Indeed, I request you to stay on with us. We're tracking some other very crucial developments. We're now learning that the spokesperson of the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Oren Marmorstein, will be sharing a brief on the recent events that have taken place in Gaza in just about 22 minutes. We will be cutting to that very, very shortly. But in the meantime, we're also learning that Gaza Civil Defense Agency has reported that at least 50 people have been killed in these airstrikes that have taken place. In fact, one of the deadliest strikes hit central Khan Yunis, destroying a home and sending injured and dead Palestinians to the city's Nasser hospital. Listen in.